Hello, folks. I'm the Red. This is Hollywood Animal, and I'm honestly just having too much fun with this game to stop recording. Had quite a few episodes in session this time, and we found another bug. Maybe, probably. I mean, I don't know what this. Like, what else could this be other than a bug? Like, the movie's out. Like, it's done. Uh, Milton. Yeah, you're gonna find us a movie idea. Uh, the Hets Pro 35 is done. Uh, Modern American Countryside. I mean, find us another one. We've got 3 scripts being written right now. 3 sequels being written, plus a couple of ideas. Unguarded Frontier, you're getting zeros and distribution. Yeah, this should be off this list. And the fact that it's not is becoming concerning to me. Underworld can wait. Ooh. Terry, you should feel bad about having written that. I want you to feel bad about having written that, Terry. What are you doing? Let's find us another idea. You're not allowed to write movies for a while. 1% of end distribution. Leopard vest. Send to archive. Oh, there it goes. There that one goes. That's what they're supposed to do. But these ones are not. I don't think there's anything I can do. The Colonel, 17% of 10 is 1,700, so you don't get anything there. You're getting 1,500 there. You're gonna be 2,000 here, 2,000 here, 2,000 here. Empty eye sockets, ready for release, as fun as it gets. 19% of 2,000 is 400. You're gonna rent 200. You're gonna rent 200. You're gonna get 1,000. Empty eye sockets. Releasing B plus the Kino mark. One-dimensional film. Honestly, with the bugs we're starting to pile up, I kind of want to power through until the game collapses. No one else leveled up. This game is still in alpha. There's no expectation for it to be bug-free. It's just, at what point does it become unplayable? A heart returned. Henry, you wrote something decent. This could be better, but I'm not gonna push it. Romance Cowboys are not a good fit. I think there's a character in Disco Elysium that would agree with that. Do I want to send it to the script doctor to see if we can't push this up? The artistic appeal. I mean, our things are otherwise filled. Nope, we did actually have one there. That wasn't. Research and development. We can now go... Technology management. The Blue Iris Deluxe. What would it take for our Hasbro 35 to be outclassed? We've got 633. So quality 3, 4, 5. It would have to be that much. It's gonna be years before that happens, but I mean, well, what else am I gonna do? Almost back from vacation. 3 shifts. Ready to go. Up to 6 stars. This bar scrolled before. I didn't feel like it did. Anyone unhappy? Nope. Let's just start production on that. Time to blame. I'm gonna push through Escape from Springfield here. Over Christmas. I'm gonna go... 14... 12... 10... 10... Organize ad campaigns from the start. Young Men and Men, Spark will like it. Put it on billboards. And then Piazzolla or... yeah, Piazzolla. Confirm that. It will... we'll be fine for it. I wonder how much the fine's going to be, but it'll be nice to just have it off the block. The American Nightmare. Ready. This one we will put directly into production. Why can't we send this to the script doctor? Shouldn't it be able to get another point? I've been reading this wrong for so long. I read the first thing as commercial appeal and the second one as artistic appeal, where it said script. So I read the first thing as like limits. I don't even know what I was like. I read the first one as I read the first line, the first category here, as correctly as the number of story elements, how many story elements. Then I read the next line, rather than the script, I read it as commercial appeal. And I read the last one as artistic appeal. There was no reason to put the other script into the script doctor. Why did it put Cornelius on this? I'm assuming because he did the other one. If I instead said Jasper, you don't even need a sound stage if you're shooting the entire thing on location. Filming tech will be the Hasbro still. Sound tech will be frame tone pure, everything maxed. Our producer will be Pete. Our director will be Henry's known for detective and action. Our detective and murderer, we're gonna be recasting them apparently. If I check who they used to be, it's The American Dream. Peter Holland. Oh, yeah, he won't work with us anymore. And the antagonist is Pete Hodges, who is working on Star-Crossed Lances. How far is Star-Crossed Lances? Yeah, I mean, if we're recasting the main guy, let's recast the murderer too. Here's our first sequel. Can't believe I was reading that thing for so long, reading it wrong so long. Maintenance power plant has been built. If we went utility costs, yeah, we're more than producing both of our utilities. The power plant, let's have our internal team finish repairing it. Empty eye sockets through 4 weeks. 10,035 is 3,000. So let's say give this 2,000 screening, 2,000, 3,000, 3,000. Token money. Going to release. The kernel, we've got 13% of 2,000. It's 200. I'll say 100 here. 100 this week. 500 on the following weeks. As fun as it gets, 7% of 1,000 is how we can end that one. Made less than $1 million profit. So we're chewing through our backlog of mediocre movies. Which honestly is for the best, just to get them out of our hair. This one was written by Bernard. You got fired so long ago. Spent 1.2 million on this one. A heart return. Yeah. It's got lowered to 7. It was... Wait, what? How was it over 7? What? Start project. Let's say everything on soundstage that's not literally improved by being on location. I don't know whether it matters more for us to get these stars up, or whether it matters more for us to match this. Filming tech will be the Hess Pro 35 Extra, frame tone pier, get costumes, props, people. For our producers, Scott Gill, I guess Vincent, you can stay on it. For our directors, I mean, Herman Watson. How much do you want? How much would we have to pay you to actually work for us for 3 years? $500,000. What if I said 3 movies? Three movies it is. I can shave some of that off by giving you some gifts along the way. For our cowboy... Okay, a heart returned is... Again, I'm clicking the wrong things. I'm gonna go... Stolen Hearts. Pete Hodges. Oscar. Joanne. So... Pete Hodges currently working on Star-Crossed Lances. Stolen Hearts that we were looking at. Oscar working on 3 shifts. Joanne Spencer working on Watch the Skies. Literally, they're all working on different movies. I mean, this one will sit. We'll wait for the team to come back for this. All 3 of these can finish. Retirement Rush is... It's a nothing burger. But I guess that means there's no way it'll piss off the sensors. Go get us story ideas, you two. We should have plenty of movies to release for the meantime. We got some things in production. American Nightmare. It's 8 stars now. It's gonna start production. We're gonna give you security. Give you a second team? No. It'll be cheaper with just the one. Token money. Let us got the 16,000, but it's down to 20. So set up distribution. You'll take 2,000, 2,000, 3,000, 3,000. No rentals. Time to blame. We will go 30%. You're up to 1,000, down to 1,000. I'm gonna say 500 here, 500 here. Give you 250 on these ones. You're 5% of 500, which is 25 screens and distribution. Colonel made $500,000 after everything's said and done. Howard Globe, you're a good actor, but you might be a touch expensive for us right now. For 3 years, you want $500,000. For 3 movies, you want $250,000. I'll take the 3 movies right now. Time to blame. Can release a B at the Kino mark. No one's going to like it. Very average. When over half an hour passes between successful jokes, it's bad. Jed Payne, go ahead and speed us up this way. No one else learned anything significant. I'm going to say can't agree. So next up, this is a cowboy. It's a romance cowboy, modern city. But there was no women in it. We're not gonna face off directly against push the button. Let's go, let's max this out. Rent 2,000. Well, actually, I'm gonna pause this real quick because we have made money, so we can go cinemas, theater management. Maybe I don't want to rent that many or buy that many. Let's keep it 4.5 million more spent on buying more theaters. And that'll basically mean we'll no longer have to rent. Except maybe for our biggest movies, we'll still rent a couple thousand. See how this works for us. And then I can go back to Canterbury. You can get 16, stop renting, 12, 10. Irvine, print it for us. We'll start advertising in Christmas. This is, again, nothing burger. Let's put it in the newspapers. Let's put it on billboards. And that's it. Services, we can now offer a car and driver. We can offer housemates too. Eldon Oberich, Ku Klux Klan Grand Dragon of the Los Angeles realm. Last Sunday, the exalted Cyclops held a meeting of the 12 Terrors to vote on the new Sentinel. It's not often that all the dragons in Titan get together, and there are 4 goblins present, which came as a big surprise to me since I thought we only had 2. The new Sentinel was unanimously approved in the first 5 minutes, and not just verbally, but with the proper Raven seal and all. So the rest of the day, we just played with the Emerald Staff and solved the riddles of the Furies. You know how it is. Turned out quite the gathering, all things considered. Usually, after events like that, we have a celebratory barbecue, unless there's a standing roasted needs. Was not expecting hard R right there. Unless there's a blank needs roasting instead. But this time we decided to go to the cinema. We want to. You want to know what film we saw? That was the only trouble. We couldn't agree on a film. One of them had something about China in the title, and the other one's poster showed a long-haired Mexican riding a donkey. They sure don't make anything normal anymore, do they? I'll tell you what, you release a film that a patriotic family and true knight of the white race wouldn't be ashamed to see, and I'll send the whole skeleton army to go see it. And I'll call on the rest of the dragons. Believe me, there won't be a single empty seat in any movie theater in the country. Just so you know, Skeleton Army isn't official yet. It literally just occurred to me today to call our rings that. You haven't heard the term anywhere else, right? I've already submitted an application to the Nest. They normally approve all my ideas right away. Did you notice how our ceremonial robes have silver embroidery now? That was my idea, too. Look, Ivanhoe, how about you mount your Pegasus, fly back to Merlin, tell him I'm not interested in playing Redneck Masquerades. Skeleton Army could have lifted you to the pinnacle. Now it shall trample you under his boots. Prepare yourself. Well, I mean, what else do I say there? I mean, I refuse to work with the police. What are we gonna do with the Ku Klux Klan? Let's start post-production. Editor. And composer Alfred. New story element, star-crossed lovers. Is that one of the things we need for a trash element? Still no. Okay. This thing's taken quite a while for us to find anything of worth. Arius, when did you stop working on things? Both of you, go back. Fish me out more ideas. Okay, Joe. I'm gonna have you write something. You are a historical writer. So I want a historical sequel. Between me and the devil only. Nope. The Colonel, action drama. Searching for the Silver Dagger, detective thriller. Heroes Alley, detective thriller. Snowflake in the Desert. The Amber Tear, Wild West Women is historical. Last Married Fellow on Earth. Oscar's not working. Peter's not working. Got an F of Kino mark, but that's an indicator of how we sold it. Also, it's not historical. Pirate Victory. Messenger of Death is not historical. Time to Blame. Token Money is historical. There's Alfred, Genevieve, Nancy. A lot of these people are people that we don't often put into things. Historical Fantasy Kingdom. Okay, Token Money it'll be. Ooh. Let's go to the story workshop. Write a sequel to Token Money. Patsy, wait. Alfred. Okay. You know, here's the thing. When I play Crusader Kings, I don't oftentimes play English things. So I'm trying to think of medieval English names. Rival. Would it be Miss? We wouldn't be Like a lot of names back then, well, a lot of secondary names were your roles and whatnot. Like a lot of working people, a lot of peasants wouldn't have a last name. Uh, Here's the thing, like, if I was just doing this on my own, if I wasn't worried about anything, I would tap out. But the thing is, that kills the audio, so I don't want to do that. I want to come up with it without having to break the audio. Um, uh, Lady Silver. And I don't know if that's spelled correctly. Choking money. Silver coins. Okay. The protagonist dies heroically. So let's have an evil witch bring him back. Protagonist takes the antagonist with them. He dies again. Kills her, which kills himself. Our writer is historical primarily. But honestly, it's just not in the cards here. Let's go social rejection, a big battle scene, magic lesson, yeah, I'm fine with that. I'm just waiting for the trash elements to come up. American Nightmare. The director got so carried away by rehashing moments and phrases from the previous film that the sequel risked drowning in repetition. The producer doesn't think this is helping the movie and says the audience doesn't want us to just show them the same thing again. I agree with the producer. Headquarters. Influence and point and reputation for top 3. Do owning the initiative, submit initiatives for the consideration by the FSA without spending influences, W reputation for idols, W reputation for icons, W reputation for loyalty, generate influence points. Instead, charity, can donate to charity. I mean, I'm gonna say this is in a reasonable time frame here. More reasonable than the rest. You're gonna repeatedly find me another one. Go fishing again. Time to blame. We are going to... You're 4 weeks in. Set up distribution. Yeah, take all of that. 25, 25, 25. That's not where I expect you to be, or that or less. I hope I didn't forget to remove anything from rentals. Alma James, an escape from Springfield. Token money is at 8% of 3, so that's 300. We can go set up distribution. You can rent 100, and then you can get 500 for the rest. Eye sockets, empty eye sockets is 25% of 250. You can rent 3 screenings, 10 screenings. I mean, 10 screenings here. We can do 100 of our own. Actually, I could close this, right? And this stays up. Yeah, your rent. Wait, hold on. 25 rent. 50, 50. Because we can't do any of our own there, and then you can get 500 on these weeks because it doesn't cost us anything. Escape from Springfield. $3 million. Jeez. Okay. Thousands of people across America took to the streets in spontaneous rallies, demanding that Red Wolf Studios films be banned from their theaters. One of the protesters talked to the USA Post correspondent. "We'll stand here day and night till our legs fall off and our throats are ragged. These films are a slap in the face in America. We'll not suffer our children to watch them." Don't take your children to them. Like, if you don't want your children to watch them, like, you're so upset that there was a corrupt official. You can't show anyone be ever corrupt. All Americans are pure. Star-crossed lances. Ready to go into post. I can throw a rap party for the one person who wasn't Cat. Orta, Billy. This is a good enough film that it goes to the A-team. And Amber Hart, script well written. This definitely doesn't go to the script doctor, even if it could. I'm gonna start project. Okay, let's give you a soundstage. Prairies. I mean, these will actually get tanked by being... Well, one of them will. Farm will. I'm gonna try to save... a little bit of money and time here. Filming tech. It's still gonna be the Hes Pro and the frame tone. Spend all you need. Love interests and bandits. Okay. Ernest, are you keeping your role here? What's the themes? Treasure hunt. This is historical drama, romance. Heavy on the romance, which honestly, Henry, you're known for. Okay. Something you're known for filming, Henry. Billy... Okay, you're not going to be in time. Scott... I'm gonna hold off on a second producer. Okay, love interest. And... Oh, I can actually go check them from here. Oh, the love interest... The antagonists change. Alma James, a serial killer. So we're recasting this. Pete Hodges is in the other one. Actually, let me go ahead and say Heart Returned. Ooh, Lydia. Looking a little worse for wear there. The cowboy in Stolen Hearts. Pete Hodges. The damsel in distress is Joanne Spencer, and Oscar Morris is the bandit. Joanne Spencer, and then Oscar Morris, not yet available. So, the Amber Heart, does this still put Pete Hodges? It still puts Pete Hodges on the list. I wish it wouldn't. Playing a bandit. Playing a love interest. I'll give that to Howard Globe here. Playing a bandit. Timothy McKinney. He played a bandit recently. So, Chris Decker, you've also played a bandit recently. Edward Conway. As a second producer, we don't need a second producer on this. Start project. I'm gonna wait the week for 3 shifts to finish here. We ended with pretty much the same amount of money as last year. We're paying 200,000 cinema maintenance, 300,000 general staff. We're no longer paying utility costs for producing it all on site. Third most amount of money. It was all good. Box office successes. Ring on Every Finger and Rolling Thunder both made money. Between Me and the Devil Only, Wild West Women, Ring on Every Finger, Colonel. None of them got top 3 of critical acclaim, but they're all in top 10. Fan favorites. We got all 3. Ring on Every Finger, The Colonel, and Wild West Women. That'll be good for morale. Three shifts. Cost 400,000 to make. Top of the 170 that it had already cost in pre-production. Oscar Morris. I mean, none of you are unhappy, right? So let's start post-production. This can go Jacqueline, Pseudo. Part returned. Wait. Let's restart from the top. Chester. Let's make sure to tick all of these so I can compare numbers. Prairies. Wild West Townwood. Tank and quality. Wild West interiors. Wow, what is... Train location of Wild West Town would be the most time-consuming thing. But I'm fine with that. Let's not shoot in the mountains. Okay. Continue. Film tech. Same as it's ever been. Frame tone. Extras. Costumes. Crew. The Bandit. Oscar Morris. Right, you were previously the Bandit, Oscar Morris. You're gonna ask for a little incentive to make sure you... What? $200. I mean, I'll pay it, but you're probably not getting, if that's how much you're wanting to charge, you're probably not getting another contract with us. Producer... Billy, okay, let's consider hiring a new producer here. Evan Foley. I said extended coverage, hotel suites, and all of that. 200,000 for 3 years. Yeah, okay. We'll give it to Kevin, and we want to put Vincent on this, or I want to just say the one producer, and then a romance with action. Is known for a shootout. Anthony Campbell, you're known for shootouts. Go ahead. Start that project. I want to... I'll let those get a little way through production, into production, before I hit the next button. New story element. Robots. Is robot one of the things we needed? Still no. Keep fishing. Felix, you too. And escape from Springfield, 2 million first week. We were right to keep it to 14,000 screenings. Let me say 18%, 10, it's 2,000. You're gonna go 2,000. I'll give you 1,000 in competitors. No rentals except for week 2 where you're running against Can't Agree. Time to blame is 4%. That's 25. That's 100. We can set up distribution for 200 screenings. You can get 50 this week, 200 on any other week. Token money. You're running zeros. Still made money. As long as they make money, it's still good. Empty eye sockets, you're running zeros. And Can't Agree. You're... Okay. Can't Agree. You're coming out across Valentine's Day. I have a March release. Maybe we should start releasing some of our good ones. Lurks in Shadows. It's an 8-star. Let's say detective, science fiction, town, evil monster. There is indeed a damsel in distress. This has a city background, so let's go with that one. I'm gonna plop it here. Not running against anything. Well, maybe I'll move it a week back. Max out our own. Rent 4,000. Then 14. Well, 10, which is probably way too much. But 4 weeks ahead. Only pay for up through. Is it really I mean, it's just not specific appeal. So let's go newspapers. Let's go billboards. The old and the young. I mean, it should apply to everyone, right? Let's apply that. I would confirm. And we'll see how that does next time. I'm really just waiting for this us to get this curse or ancient evil, spirited young lady. We can maybe just get a sheriff, some dystopic future city, an annoying suitor. This one we have nothing from. Divorce as an ending. I'm assuming that's an ending. City siege, long journeys. This curse is really the big thing that we're kind of waiting for. Parent figure. That's, I guess, a positive parental figure. The things that we have are negative parental figures. But there's no new recipes. Our current trash elements are all tanked by the Film Alliance. I mean, I guess we could try to push through another thing to unlock more, or I could go... Let's try to buy a script. Nope. Nope. I mean, this is 5-star script. This is the kind of script that we produce. I mean, I'll buy it. Just so we have another 5-star script in the thing. And... I mean, it's still... We're past the Night of Long Knives by a few years, but it's still... I mean, this is the year when the Sino-Japanese War begins, when Japan invades China. But we're still a couple of years out from Germany invading Poland, right? I think I have my history correct, but... Why is this? I don't know why this is where it is. But anything we do will be next time. I'm gonna keep pushing forward because these bugs aren't annoying me, and I want to see. I just want to get. I want this. I want us to create some kind of trash elements that the studios, the Film Alliance, not gonna step on. Watch, we create it, Film Alliance immediately bans it. We could increase ticket prices. Uh... Oh, we could vote to overturn. We could vote to overturn the entire. Oh, nope, never mind. We're not allowed to. Voting to increase ticket prices. We're gonna submit this. And, oh, we're an early voter on this. Supreme, I want to know how you'll vote, and Hef might as well grab you two. But, as I was saying, that'll be next time. If you've enjoyed this Let's Play so far, go ahead and leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe if you want to see more, and I'll see you next time, where we will continue playing Hollywood Animal, where we will definitely try to get that trash out. Like, I'm just gonna have my people keep fishing. They're all gonna keep fishing. I mean, we're slowing down on our movie releases largely because of this. If that pushes through, we can slow down even further and just keep everyone fishing for a while. But that'll be next time.